Space Mom,
It is time, Tenno.
where have you
Something's
gone?
happening, Tenno.
I've been missing you for so long.
Tenno,
Oh, Space Mom,
wake up, Tenno.
I'm gonna get you back.
There's an incoming.
I'm gonna find you and save you and fight for you with my Warframe. Ooh yeah, Warframe. Yeah, Warframe. Ow! The monsters are playing friends. Warframe needs to break free. Warframe got time to deal. Warframe. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
We're so cool. That was awesome. That was the #1 entry in the TennoTunes Volume 3 contest, which wrapped up yesterday. Everything in the forums from first place all the way down to the top 30 you can check out. They are incredible songs. Hopefully you guys are as hyped as we are from that jam.
Yeah,
It was a jam.
Quite so.
Was it not a jam? How would
Quite so.
that song? I don't know.
That song's amazing.
So
It's
good.
really good. It's been in my head for like the last 2 days.
Yes, it's an earworm, to be certain. Sheldon could not make it, so instead we have Hydroid pretending to be Sheldon. What do you think of that?
Poor Sheldon.
Steve has upgraded from pizza. Actually, I don't know if you can quite see the detail on this new hat, but there is an embroidered hot dog on it.
There's a hot
So
dog?
we've gone from pizza hat to hot dog hat.
Yep.
It's good. What's up, guys?
Got my fisherman chic.
You do. You do, actually.
Yep.
You do.
With your track pants?
Well,
I guess spearfishing would be better.
Warframe has fishing, as we learned from that song. So, but,
These aren't track pants, they're athletic pants.
Oh, excuse me.
well.
Such an athlete. Sports.
Shows you how hard we're working. He's wearing his athletic pants.
Yeah, he's breaking out that much into a sweat. Thank you for joining us for Devstream 112. We have some housekeeping to get through. We have an agenda slide today.
Oh.
How do we feel about it?
Every 4 weeks.
Every 4 weeks, we'll bring you an agenda. But we're not going to do it yet, Dean.
Oh.
Sorry. Sorry. Housekeeping first. I'm so sorry, Dean. Well, there is a big Twitch Drops event this weekend, starting right now with this dev stream. For the next 24 hours, you can watch any Warframe partner stream and get a Lizette skin. And then Saturday, there's a new Lizette skin. Sunday, a new one. And Monday, a new one. So starting today with the Lizette Pata skin, you can get the Mantis Gloam tomorrow, the Scimitar Nami on the 3rd of June, and the Zyphos Ifrit, which is the Hot Wheels skin, aka the coolest. That starts June 4th. So those are 24-hour drops each. You'll just have to watch any Warframe partner, including us today. Check them out on Twitter. Not Twitter, Twitch. Probably Twitter too. And you can get some free skins for your landing crafts. Pretty cool. It's live all weekend. We also have 2 Gift of the Lotus alerts up after the stream.
It's like we're compensating for something.
For not having an update. We compensate for a lot here at DE, so we'll be talking about that a lot today.
Yep.
But we also have 2 alerts. This is our last dev stream until TennoCon. That's why we're doing this.
That's what I mean. That's
Yes.
exactly what
So-
I mean. Yep.
After this dev stream, we're basically going dark on the dev stream side until TennoCon hits. So we're just going to make this one end with a little bit of a bang. We got some drops. We got 2 Gift of the Lotus alerts. We got a Riven mod will be in a Gift of the Lotus alert on all platforms, as well as an Orkin reactor.
Oh,
I'm going to get the Raven, got a Riven in like 3 weeks.
wow, that's great.
Talk to Pablo about this? Did he authorize this?
Did he
I
authorize this?
authorized it.
You authorized
I
this. Wow.
authorized it. And we also have the console version of the 7-day Forma alert for the Saren changes coming right after the stream as well. So last dev stream, we did a 7-day Forma on PC. After this dev stream, there's going to be a 7-day Forma alert on console. And the console builds went to cert last night.
You guys are
awesome.
going to love it.
They are! It's going to be awesome. What the hell?
This is the UI
Yes.
interaction change. So
Change is scary.
He's expecting
change is
feedback.
scary, but the guys and girls that work at D have put in a lot of work into the universal D-pad support and the
Which we'll demonstrate a bit today.
the cursor controller and all those sorts of things. So console Tenno, I hope that you can extend us a little bit of open-mindedness, and there's a lot of really cool stuff in the build on top of this.
Ludicrous particles.
Yes, you finally get GPU particles for your platform, which is the first in 5 years, so that's exciting. But yes, we'll be curious at your thoughts on the controls, and I know that a lot of work went into it right up to the 0 hour before it went to cert.
It is true. Now.
And then the work that went into getting the console PC cert also is going to be reflected in the PC version. The next time we update PC, you'll be able to use D-pad to arbitrarily navigate, because I know that was a big, in some people's minds, and it was fair, that was a bit of a regression on the PC controller side. So now we're very close to perfection. No,
That's what we do.
But it's
Perfection is our brand.
But it's
at
pretty
DE.
good.
If it's not perfect, we don't ship it.
You
That's
know,
our brand.
That's not our brand.
That's our slogan. That's why we've never updated since 2012. That's why what you're playing today is
Right, because the 2012 version was perfect.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Nothing has changed since then.
Yeah.
It's been 5 years, boys. Last night we were retrospective smokers on primetime, thinking about
Oh, were you?
how long. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Not really though. Smoking's bad for your health. Don't do
Yeah.
it.
PSA.
PSA, fire safety and smoking awareness. So, time for that agenda slide.
So we can break it.
Break the agenda slide?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, we're not gonna listen to it anyway. I just did it for the children. All right, let's go through this agenda slide. Today we're gonna be talking about some mysterious imagery that has hit our social media feeds. We also had a mysterious image basically saying that this Devstream is going to be the first look at the 36th Warframe. We already talked about the Twitch drops, so that agenda slide is covered. Red text is there because red text is sort of the honorary usher of updates and hotfixes, and we are probably not going to be doing too many of those anytime soon until a certain update's out. So we just wanted to give you guys a bit of awareness on our schedule. And then just some TennoCon stuff. You absolutely will be able to play Frame Fighter at TennoCon.
Okay.
So we have a little arcade set up there. So if you're coming, you know, it's going to be a fun time. Your digital tickets digital packs, I should say, are still available. You can get those online now, warframe.com/TennoCon.
Okay.
And that's basically most of the
That's
agenda.
our agenda?
Kind
yeah,
of.
that's a pretty light agenda.
I was going to say, that's
like,
very light.
yeah.
I actually have way more.
Because we can't even really talk about the first slide.
But we can bring up that image. We have a poster to show for the quest.
Like zoomed out of that image.
Yes, but so not only is this, if you don't know who Ballas is, Ballas will be at TennoCon. We have the voice actor of Ballas coming to TennoCon. He will be on the sound
Okay.
panel. So if you're coming to
That's really
TennoCon
cool.
and you want to get a chance to meet
I feel like his whole panel should just be sitting there reading children's books.
We should have him just read fan fiction the whole time.
That'd be awesome.
The Lotus took her helmet. No, no,
Well, wow.
stop. But yes, so
Careful what you say.
I know.
Yeah.
You're
I know.
dangerously close to spoilers.
Well, but yes, so Ballas will be at TennoCon. You'll get the chance to meet the wonderful windpipes behind the long-armed man. And this
Judging by
really
this
cool.
poster, he seems to be involved in the sacrifice quest, I
Yes.
guess?
Yes.
Wow, this is news to me.
And this is just sort of the calm before the storm, I guess. Just, I know we said we wouldn't talk about this on Devstreams until it was ready. This is our last Devstream until TennoCon, and
We're not really talking about it.
we're not really talking about it. We're just letting you guys know that we won't be doing any major updates until this is released. There will be hotfixes by necessity only.
Yep,
until
we're
that time.
going turtle mode
Turtle mode.
to get this shipped, and we don't know exactly when that is.
Yeah, but it's
Before TennoCon.
So if you remember the past 2 years, we've always tried to not do a major update before TennoCon, but we've done it anyway.
every
Why
year.
not?
Why not?
Yeah,
Why not?
I have not done a very good job of scheduling the things that
Yeah.
we're doing this
It's
year.
basically what out of the
Everything's
frying
happening.
pan into the fire.
Yeah,
for
everything is
TennoCon.
happening at once. We have.
Well, that wasn't the original intention.
That wasn't the intention, but
No.
here we are.
But here we are.
Yeah.
As they say.
But it's
shit
progressing really
happens.
well.
Yeah, no, it's going to be
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Ballas will be
I
at
got
TennoCon.
progression stuck on a puzzle this morning.
Yep. Yep.
Not because it was a bug,
Jeff already got
because
stuck
Jeff's
on
not
a puzzle.
all muscle, no brain.
Oh,
I'm joking.
Whoa.
man.
All brain, no brawn.
There you go.
Wrong way.
Yeah, well.
I'm the dumb one. It's fine. It's fine. That's right. I'm like really nervous today for some reason.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know
Because it's
why.
our
Yeah.
last for a while.
Yeah.
We're trying to
But yeah, so I
say
think
we're not supposed to.
We're,
Yeah, I
we're
know.
in the phase of polishing this update, which will bring the sacrifice quest There is.
It's very close.
It's very close.
We're in the
but
polish stage.
I think, you know, if you're familiar with game development or group projects, there are times when everything's in and it's in a shambles and needs to get kind of all the.
Yep. You can play
Need
from
to
beginning to end.
Sweep the plaster off the floor and vacuum some stuff and make sure the door fits in the door frame, things like that.
And
Tighten up the
Aiden.
graphics.
Yep.
How's that for a construction metaphor? I have no idea. How to make a construction metaphor. Scott's
should-
looking at me
Like,
like,
have you ever used
I don't think you
plaster?
even held a hammer in your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, right, we are going to do prizes as well during the stream. One thing I forgot to mention is we'll have 3 1,000 plat prizes as well as a Zephyr Prime Access. So we'll start with the first prize right now. And one thing we ended with last night on Prime Time, and then we go to visit dojos and such. So the next console build is getting the Dojo remaster with the lighting and the new decorations and the build your own obstacle course. And
Remaster.
You said remaster, but I prefer remaster.
Remaster? All right, we'll call it the
Or Riri.
Remaster. So, and I just wanted to give everyone a little bit of a glance into just Firestorm878. You've won 1,000 Platinum. Whisper our Twitch page, and we'll hook you up after the show with 1,000 Platinum. Pretty good.
Great.
After prime time last night, I got a whisper from a player that enticed me to visit their dojo by saying they had a sculpture, and I went to it, and I was blown away.
Okay.
So I've actually copied it to the dev build just to give everyone a better look at it, because this is sort of what's possible with the lighting and the ambience.
This is the one you posted screens of?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nuts.
It's nuts. So I just wanted to share this with everyone so console players can get a taste of just the type of ambience that's coming. PC players can maybe get motivated, because it's very possible we have a really big project plan for featuring dojos in the gameplay space. So there could be a node that your dojo could be the featured dojo. People can come to it. We're going to make a contest out of it. There's going to be some big plans. So start planning.
Yeah, bringing people within
Start
the game.
planning your plans?
Yes.
Or
Feature dojo.
we're planning our own plans?
Start building cool stuff, I think.
So so right now I'm in the dojo. This is the Princess of Power, which is just mental. And it's just like, it's just insane. It's a giant, it's a She-Ra based helmet.
It's crazy.
So you can kind of get a feel for just how much detail.
That's mental.
Like, it's so good. And I didn't post this one on Twitter. I said more to come, and I wanted to give everyone a chance to see this.
Good use of lighting too.
It's insane.
Yeah, it's just really
Oh,
good.
wait till you see. I'm just going. I know. Look at chat. It's just gonna be like, what the? It gets better somehow. Like I truly can't explain just how good it is. Then we're going to go to. Well, we'll use our virtual cursor. We're going to go to her, which this is sort of DE's great decision to allow the levels to be broken.
Is this dev?
No, yeah, this is the dev build.
Okay.
Yeah, this is allowing our game to be broken in the name of art, I think, because we are outside the level.
Sure.
Yeah, what the?
That's awesome.
But this is the 2B. So, like, so this is the 2B. If you're a fan of Nier, they made a giant 2B.
Huge fan. That's amazing.
So it's pretty insane that they're doing this. Super kick-ass.
Yep.
Holding up the dojo. Pretty crazy. And I got to see that last night for the first time, which
Try
was
your
great.
D-pad.
Okay, and then, so this is the D-pad working on controller.
Yep.
The maiden list, which I don't know if it's done or not yet. If there's more coming to this, I think it's outside our lighting boundaries. But this one is crazy because you just see like up close, like what could this be? And
We
then
might be able to fix the lighting boundaries. I mean, in the name of
in the name of art,
amazing statues.
but this is
I
a
see.
giant
Holy.
with angel wings looking down
That's
on you.
wild.
Isn't that mental?
Yep.
So this is a sort of robo
All right.
Valkyrie mech.
If the team's watching, I think we just need to extend the CSG boundary there, and we'll be set. That's incredible.
Isn't this mental?
Yep.
It's like straight out of Bayonetta
Yeah.
when you're fighting the. Anyway.
Spoilers.
So good.
So super impressive. And then there's.
So a lot of female robots.
I know. This is like my dream dojo.
Yep, this is your deep dream.
And then this one, the change, is also really good use of lighting.
Okay.
So we'll get a
Okay.
feel for that. So see, they use some lights to make it look like. And then they used the.
Oh, that's cool.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what to say other than this is the most incredible crap I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
what
so
is
wild.
happening? So this robo
Yeah.
beast has been imprisoned. Yeah, so good.
So this clan is pretty
That's
serious.
great.
Isn't that insane?
It's really good.
Like
Yeah.
the creativity to make chain links out of the Orkin
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, so, oh my god. Pretty cool. I know.
It's nuts.
So
The amount of time and effort to put into that is
So some people are. I
Good
see
for you
someone,
guys.
Someone saying with a slightly interesting language, "What is this?"
whatever.
This is Warframe. These are dojos, and you can
basically giving you Lego.
giving you Lego and props and stuff, and people are making really interesting compositions with
Yeah.
beautiful stuff.
You basically
you
get
can
to make-
customize the color schemes and the lighting of your dojo, and as well as placing a whole new set of props. We have new stuff coming for that. I'm not sure. Is it a spoiler to talk about the natural art
don't
set
think so.
that's
No,
coming?
no.
So we got a whole set of natural elements. I saw on Twitter people were kind of wondering about, more trees and kind of other things like that. And I know there's a whole new batch of stuff for your dojos. And then as Rebecca was talking about, we're hoping to have some element in the game where there's like a friendly competition to have the coolest dojo, and that people will be able to visit your dojo without having to go through, a bunch of hoops to jump.
Yeah.
They can just go right to it.
Yeah, and if you're new to Warframe, what a dojo is, I think you've explained briefly, is it's your space for your clan.
It's your clan's
your-
base, man.
Yep.
Yep.
It has functions, research functions. You can launch missions from it.
Yep. You can research and get new item types there, but most importantly, you can build sexy robots.
That is the most important part of it all. Right.
Two slides down.
2 slides down. What do you mean?
D-pad. I want you to. Yeah.
All right.
it's all
So,
working.
Dean, if you go to my screen, one thing that I posted on Twitter was the likely inclusion of separately moddable exalted weapons. So this is a huge discussion topic internally, and we're going to
sure
go through sort of what we want to bring you into the conversation we're having, because there's so much to consider with this. Venari on Korra was sort of the experiment of a separately moddable aspect to a Warframe.
Yes.
And when it comes to weapons,
Kind of cracked the door open, and then Jordan kicked the door the rest of the way open.
we love
and-
Jordan. So basically, with someone like Valkyr, someone like Excalibur, Ivara, they have exalted weapons. Atlas does not have an exalted weapon. His fists don't count, nor does Gara's one. So it's very distinct what is an exalted weapon and what isn't. So that's the first thing.
Should be.
Yeah, that's the first thing that people, I think, are confused
We
about.
are slowing this down, though, how we roll this out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're going to be creating assets to better support the customization.
Yes. So right now it's just, not just, but Valkyr's talons, as you can see, the icon is still placeholder. But what does this do for a pretty invested Warframe player? Well, the first fears everyone had when we showed this was, wow, it's going to take way more format to make anything as comparable as it is now. It's going to take a catalyst. It's going to take, I have to do double the mod set. So we want to make sure you guys understand what we're going to do when this comes, so that you can sort of have clarity on our goals to make sure those things don't happen.
Do we have clarity on our goals?
Well, we have discussion points. Well,
I'm just smiling. And
Smile not.
Smiling on, yeah.
So,
We'll talk about this after.
girl, you shut your mouth. No, I think
Sit here and poke.
no. We have the same concerns. We're not going to give you no polarities on them. We're going to try and find a happy medium. Polarities. They're not going to be blank. They're not going to have zero polarities. We're going to try and give them somewhere mid-tier. Not every slot will be polarized, but it's obviously not going to be zero either. We still don't know what we're going to do, but we're going to give you some. Duplicate mods will work.
Whoever changes the data last before we ship.
Exactly. It's the last one touched it. So yeah, duplicate mods will work. So if you have a melee mod on your...
That's how Venari works.
That's how, exactly. So Venari is the proper precedent there. They also will come auto catalyst, so you won't have to install an Orican catalyst in them. So Venari is also the precedent there. But where precedent breaks is these will not give you mastery is our current plan.
That's correct.
Because it's one per, the way it works.
It just blows up the mastery progression.
Yeah.
Because we're going retroactively going back and adding so many things.
Yep.
So,
So there won't be mastery. The mods will be multi-use, and I think that's kind of of all the concerns I saw players raise. Polarities, forma usage, duplicate mods, and mastery were the top concerns. Are you pressing the D-pad?
just making sure.
But right, so that's sort of the format aspect of it is interesting because yes, we will give you polarities by default. And right now, if you're using Mesa, you mod your secondary and you mod your Mesa, and you can sort of use those two things together to optimize your Peacemaker build.
Yep.
In this case, it's on paper. If you're modding, you don't need to. Well, you still want to mod your secondary weapons for other.
But they can mod it separately for a
Yes.
different purpose versus trying to make their exalted weapon better.
Exactly.
So this separation allows for greater customization of their build, but is also going to potentially increase the investment that
Yep.
is required for that build.
Yep.
Potentially.
Yeah, but the default ones we give you should have a pretty good baseline,
Yep.
usability. So it's a matter of balancing that out. Because in theory, you would invest more forma in a frame with exalted weapons if you really want to go for it, but you're probably already doing that anyway. If you are a Excal main or something.
Yes.
All right, now let's give away another platinum prize. As you just press up and down on the D-pad.
Oh yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Don't actually. Don't do it. I'm proud of you. Are you going to change my tiger, Valkyr?
No way.
No way is right.
Never do that.
Careful what you do, is what I would say to you.
Show off
Yep.
the color changing. Being able to choose each thing is awesome.
For what?
In the color palettes, choosing each individual color with the D-pad.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Just watch where you jump around because
Yeah.
of this Dev, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That looks awesome. And the winner is Metatron Prime. Metatron Prime. You won. 1,000 platinum. Whisper our Twitch page, twitch.tv/Warframe. Send us a little message and we'll hook you up after the show. We just need to know what platform you're on. Oh my God.
Yep.
Are you D-padding about?
Get my edgelord. on here. Yep.
Looking pretty good.
Okay, there you go. Fix it for you.
Thank you.
Fixed it.
That's so nice of you. All right. So we got some cool stuff. What else was on the agenda?
We're halfway through
We're
now.
halfway through. Let's take some player questions while we're sitting.
See, that wasn't on the agenda.
Yeah.
That's always on the agenda.
Well, that should be a slide.
Our question comes from.
Just go for it. Choose the worst.
Choose the worst question.
You're a
Scott,
jerk. Here you
why do
go.
the Steelers?
Oh.
I'm joking. Our first question of the day is from Lois Gordills. Lois Gordills, who wants to know: are there any plans to rework more Warframes?
Always be reworking.
Always be reworking.
Yeah. Yeah. There's always plans.
Yep.
As the game has evolved, we try new things, and then we realize there's frames that are falling behind, and everyone has their own list of where they feel each frame falls. But definitely, there's always plans to go back and look at older content to make sure that it is at least on par with the newer stuff, or what the current meta level is. But also bringing it down balancing it out, trying to keep it so that all are viable at that end game stage. At least that's the goal. But it's becoming an ever increasing task as we add to the pile.
Yeah, and I think there was a really good counter take on that in question form from Green Garuda, who says, with Saren's rework, there's some fairly obvious power creep working its way into the game, but I feel that Saren's current power level is appropriate considering the state of the game and the need to farm late game content in order to get desirable rewards. In terms of adjusting to the power creep, are there plans to adjust future Warframes to meet this power requirement, or are we going to scale down enemies so that power creep doesn't continue? It's an interesting question because I do feel like when everyone
There's lots of broad things we can change that can either increase or decrease the level of power in the game. So, like touching the damage system is one way that we can drastically change what the actual power of the game is.
Yeah.
Changing individual warframes, changing different. Yeah, there's a lot of ways to kind of cut it up. So.
Yeah.
We're always trying to keep an eye on what the current state is.
Yeah, and I think the way we respond to changes that are, we don't let melee go through walls anymore. It's because that wasn't power creep. It was just power mechanic that didn't fit playing the game. So there's sort of a wide spectrum of ways that Warframe's power has just increased over the years.
Yeah.
And obviously it's because the players like to feel powerful. But on the one hand,
that's what we're selling. That's the
Yeah.
power fantasy.
Yep.
So I think the idea that you're an all-powerful being, selling that fantasy to the players requires us to have the ability to take on that end-game content with.
Yes.
So,
all right. I like
so it's definitely something that we're trying to keep an eye on, but we're also trying to push forward as well on other aspects of the game. So.
I like it.
Yeah, so we're branching out and allowing more people to change Warframes, like Pablo and yourself.
Wait till you see.
So,
Yeah, we're going to be talking about new Warframe, aren't we?
Yeah.
We are the 36th, which
Wow.
means that we can finally get a second Tenno color palette. Because if you guys have been playing Warframe for a long time, the first Tenno color palette, we couldn't do a second one until we had
That's why you wanted
That's
this
why we
Warframe,
wanted
then.
it. We love the color
I
palette.
see what's going on.
But there was a really good question from Kao Taik, who wants to know if we're going to have a contribute resources to all decorations feature in the dojo, because putting resources for each deco is very time consuming.
And considering what we just saw,
Yeah.
I can imagine
We
the
are.
amount of clicking.
Yeah, we are. I don't know where that is, but I know that
Sean was working on it yesterday.
Sean's working on it? Okay,
Yep.
great. Yes.
Yes.
We definitely need to streamline that.
Yes, and another great question about the dojo, Wowwoos wants to know if we're ever going to be able to place NPCs as decorations, just to have some sort of flesh in the dojo, you know?
Yeah, I think we should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That kind of fits in with some other ideas that you had with NPCs.
Oh, yeah. That's
Yeah.
very subtle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Yeah. I think that would work.
That'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
I can only imagine what that will add to the,
Yeah.
not to the performance, but to the possibility of space.
Yeah, do you feel?
People, I think, I do remember this exact thing came up when we were working on this dojo update that had all this stuff, and a couple people on the team were afraid that there would be like inappropriate content
Of course there will be.
being made.
Yeah.
And they gave a few examples, and I was like, well, maybe we'll hold off for now.
Yeah.
So
Poor
we
Scary.
will add NPCs, but you need to be kind to them.
Yeah. There's a morality rule with
Yeah.
NPCs. You have to sign a waiver that you will not.
I think I saw on Reddit the guy with the. Do you see the dinosaur
Oh,
Snapchat
yeah,
filter?
yeah,
He
yeah,
goes to
yep.
eat the pie
Yep.
behind the dinosaur.
Yep. Yep.
That's kind of what I'm expecting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the dojos when we add
There's no
NPCs.
collision.
Yeah.
Maybe we could put some. We just put actually that's what we can do. We can just put like
Bubble, safety bubbles around
Safety
them.
bubbles. It's like that meter stick when you're in grade
Yeah.
school dancing. We just
Stay
put like
away.
a 2 meter
Did they,
collision
have a
around
stick? Did they
that.
have a meter stick in grade school dancing? You went to a Catholic school.
No, I think it's just like a
Oh.
reference I remember
Yeah.
seeing.
All right.
Yeah, it never really happened.
Never really happened.
That's all right. We have, so the last Devstream, we showed a bit of videos from the Melee rework that we have planning. We posted the dev workshop right after that, talked to you guys about Melee through walls, and then we also removed that from the game. And then there was basically the whole pitch of, what Melee will become. And we were doing some digging, and we found a whole bunch of cool Melee weapons that we're thinking might be scheduled in the future with the Melee rework, just to give you guys a whole bunch of new toys to play with when the Melee stuff comes live.
You went digging.
I posted publicly.
Well, if we add NPCs, we're going to need toys to play with. So let's look at this.
All right, let's take a look at. So this is a concept for a Grenier melee weapon. So how does this? What stance does this use?
I don't know.
Okay, so that's the concept.
On the spot.
Yeah. You don't know?
A good one.
A
I
good-
don't. I think it's. I don't know.
I feel like that
I don't
tape
know.
is gonna.
I can't remember. I
How'd
would
that
have thought
happen?
you went fishing for all this stuff. So
Very
I thought
strong
you were.
tape.
I am but an arbiter of news.
Yep.
I don't know what's going to use, Jeff. So that's the concept, and then there's the
Yeah.
actual model, which is done as well. So this is just sort of like the library of good old gear that we have coming. I don't like. Is that a
I genuinely can't remember what this one uses. If it's
feel like it's a pole
the
arm.
dual axe or if
no?
it's.
How could it? Oh, like a two-handed
Yeah, but I don't think it's.
heavy blade?
No.
Is it going to be a scythe?
I can't remember. It's a mystery.
Jeffrey.
You have to play the update to find out.
All right.
So it has like a tribal Grenier feel, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, very ghouls.
Yeah.
And then we also have, this is concepts for a sword and poignard, I think it was.
Very elegant.
Beautiful,
this.
that's concept work.
I like this.
And then the actual in-game with the tints, just showing, showing you a bit of,
Really subtle on the tints, you know?
that's just showing you where they're mapped.
Oh, I see.
And
okay.
then the actual, that's the mapping. And
Okay.
then
That's Rab's color scheme.
Yep.
that's,
Oh,
yes.
very nice.
So very return to Tenno tradition.
Yes, this is very Tenno, very
That feels like a heavy blade.
electro sword.
It's
kinda.
too,
It's the tool wielding.
Feels like the other one could be a heavy blade.
I like the other one as a heavy blade. If we, yeah.
Oh, you have to have the debate.
And then the next
Scale.
one is no,
Oh,
you only
oh.
need 5.
no, there's another one in there.
Uh-oh.
I promise.
Well,
What?
It's called New Melee. There's no number with it. It's just there is no
What's it
integer.
described as?
It's an infested heavy sword.
Oh, well,
and
then
now
we-
we have
that's-
just.
Nah, then we need to look for it. Oh, here we go.
Yeah. So this one's been in progress for quite some time, and it's a giant heavy.
This is the heavy blade.
Yeah.
Whoa. Kill a Kill.
No.
Like Attack on Titan kind of.
I think it's more
There's, there's
It is
like
anime.
Or like Soul Calibur, like
soul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Soul Calibur
the
for sure.
demonic
a
sword.
little thing in the middle there?
Yeah.
Does
The
it-
tentacle
Does
is-
it like
Wobble.
The
Like
tonsil.
what is that? Your
tonsil?
uvula?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's that called?
Uvula.
Uvula. It's
Yeah.
not your tonsil, I don't
Yeah.
think.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
whack things with it?
There you go. That's our uvula sword. Ew. Ew.
Great.
All right.
All right. Yes, Nightmare Soul Calibur. Thank
Soul
you.
Edge.
Thank
yeah,
you.
there
Thank
you
you,
go.
Chad.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right. Well, so those are some.
Yes, it would go well with Nidus.
It would. So
Very good.
we're thinking that those might be some coming weapons with the melee stuff, just to give you new toys to play with. But
They're all modeled. I don't see why not.
Yep. We got to do it.
we got to do it.
It'd be amazing.
So that'll be part of.
And we'll
the
figure
fun.
out what that first one is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Try about all of it.
Yes. I like it. All right. We'll take a question from chat, perhaps this time. See what's going on
Anyone
here.
can read it.
Will there be a Corinth Prime anytime soon? Who knows?
Did you run out of slides?
No. 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 No.
Are you pacing it for some?
For some reason.
What is it? Oh, we're going pretty fast, given that we don't have much to talk about.
We have lots to show. We have lots. Don't worry.
At the beginning, we talked about the sacrifice quest, and we showed the poster with Creepy Ballas on it. I
Yep.
think that's all we're really willing to talk about. We have, through scheduling errors, our entire team is working on all crazy, top secret, important stuff, all at the same time.
Yep.
So we don't have a lot to show you today, but we do have a new Warframe
We do.
that we could show you.
We do.
So what do you think?
Well,
Is
we
that what
have.
we're doing now?
Or you wanna-
let's do it
if you
now.
wanna close it
no,
out
let's
with
do
that.
it now. We have the original concept art. I have the 2 videos I posted in the Warframe channel before some effects tweaks went in, and then I
Yeah.
have, of course, the frame itself. So I was
Great.
hoping on doing all those. If you guys are cool with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
what is this? What's the theme of this Warframe?
Let's-
Set this up for us.
Let's start with the original concept we got
Okay.
from Keith.
Okay.
Aesthetically, it's sentient. So.
Well,
what-
yeah, it was actually inspired by the Eidolon.
Yes.
Yeah. So that was kind of the base of it. Because Keith was also designing some Eidolons for us, and he got inspired to kind of take a Warframe theme based on that. And that's where that sword design came with as well.
Yes.
So
Yes.
yeah.
So,
it's like one of my favorite concepts, actually.
yeah, it looks super kick-ass.
Didn't we have a colored version of this too? I feel like there was a colored
I
version
never
around
saw
for a
one.
while.
No,
We know.
no.
Oh, I think we. I never.
sure
I
there's a
couldn't
colored
find it, but now I'm like having a weird memory. So this is the.
Maybe if I stared at it long enough and then you look away and it's like you see the colored version. Maybe it was that.
Oh, like one of those optical
Yeah.
illusions.
I mean,
So this will be the 36th Warframe. In style, it's Eidolon themed. And then the video we have, the first video, should be the one with the default helmet. So this is sort of this frame in Captura on the
Yep.
plains of Eidolon, perhaps. You know.
And we did a custom idol for. Geok did a custom idol for the big blade.
Yes. So this is his sort of trademark sword. This is
Yep.
the effects are still a work in progress here. Everything you're seeing is dev build whips. So beware.
Steve has been really picky this morning.
Yeah.
It's looking pretty rad.
It looks super kick-ass. And then, as with all Warframes, we have
I love it. I think I think it's.
beards are canon.
I just love the beard.
The beard's
I-
amazing,
I
yeah.
love the tendrils on there.
And
So
then-
I was only just nitpicking. Maybe if we could make it look a little bit more wispy, is all. Yeah, it's super close.
And this is the alt helmet.
Yeah,
Yep.
beautiful.
this is beard has hair.
Beard as hair.
That's great.
Yeah, so this is him, low light in the Lua nursery Captura tile with a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
That's nice. Really nice.
People are trying to decide between beard and hair now.
Yeah.
So
Super
I
size.
make that
Yeah.
decision every day.
yeah. Yes, it's truly it.
Nope.
Yep.
It's between Jeff or the rest of the.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's
So-
exactly true.
Yeah.
If we take a look at him in the arsenal, we can.
Oh, where's his effects?
They're very subdued in the because Steve asked them to turn him down.
I didn't say turn them off.
But you can see his arm, so
No,
he's
that's too.
No,
Steve.
it looks like the rendering errors.
This is
That's too. They're
That's-
too.
that's-
yeah,
Let's
that's
take
not
a
right.
look.
pop
That's not
out
right.
pop out of the.
Yeah, that looks broken.
Yeah.
See when you popped out?
Yeah.
It's totally broken in there.
all right.
What's the
Yeah.
soft
So-
clip problem?
The depth, yeah.
That's
right.
depth buffer problem.
Depth of the problem. So there he is in game.
Okay.
So his name in code is Vlad because he is going to be sort of an affliction vampire themed Warframe. So the idea.
Don't look at me. This is you.
this is my baby.
all Reb.
This is my baby.
She
Did
came-
Jeremy just make him spit flames?
I think he blinks too, and it's so incredible.
There is
so,
blinks, but he shouldn't be spitting flames, Jeremy.
Oh, that's Chroma's idol. On
Oh,
him.
is that what you
that's
did?
not
That-
that's
that
not
is,
Jeremy.
yeah. Okay.
Oh.
He has his own idol sets.
Yeah, equip the idol.
Yeah, come on.
Come
Well,
on.
they aren't. You can't equip them.
No, you have to cheat.
Oh, you have
the
to cheat to
console.
get them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Dougie.
So
There we go.
there we go.
Showing off his
Yes.
mitt.
Dogs.
Doggy.
He's a dog person.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so he's got a really cool beard going on here. So if you don't know what a Revenant is, that's sort of the code way we're working with him, and those are sort of risen from the dead, much like a vampire, the Undying, and his whole kit is based around the idea of marking enemies and sort of afflicting them in mass and have them afflict each other, much like a vampire would, with classic vampire tropes like mist and sleep and all of these things built into a pretty controlling vampire. He's not playing with undead the same way Necros does or the same way Inaros does. There's no...
Necros doesn't play with them.
Necros controls the dead.
kinda
and
weird.
He makes them rise from the dead. Inaros has a sort of sand archetype, and his is much different because he really manipulates the living and afflicts them, as you can see by his massive energy arm. That's the affliction curse, much like vampirism is a curse. So we'll have some... What?
You're just finally getting to use all your
Vampire.
your vampire
You know, it's funny.
your vampire fandom.
She was so excited.
He
when she-
sparkles in the sun, and he's got a companion with him called Bella Swan.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. But yeah, so if you can just go away for a bit, I'm going to set this up with
Okay, bye.
No, don't leave. But yeah. So sentient Eidolon themed, pretty cool. We're going to start off by showing in the simulacrum just some core functionality of the work in progress stuff, and then from there we'll do a mission, and that'll be that.
All right.
Are you nervous?
Not even a bit.
I'm just watching you use the new controls.
Oh,
I'm just sort of like, it's like a mini focus test in my mind.
oh, I see.
So everything, even like everything's work in progress with this guy. Casting animations were just kind of done just for an
Yeah,
exploration.
this is like a
and,
preview.
Yeah.
Of
It's
it,
a preview,
right?
yeah.
This is a first look, I believe,
Yeah.
is what we called
First
it.
pass. at
Rebecca
everything.
was really harsh on the placeholder animations. Actually, she gave like really strong critiques on them. And I was
That's
like,
not true.
It's like Sung just did these as a test.
That's not true at all.
And then she's like, "You tell Sung to play The Witcher to see what real animation."
That's not what I said. I don't even think I have ever used that word in my... That did not happen. All right, let's give away a plat prize while I'm getting set up here. I didn't want to go to this yet because this is still whip, unless you want to show this.
Let's show this.
Is the sword stuff hooked up?
Show this.
Yes.
Oh,
Absolutely
wicked.
show this.
Okay, so we'll come back.
Yeah, and learn how to use a D-pad.
I do.
You weren't, but that's fine.
It's fine.
Sorry.
It's a force of habit, right?
Force a habit.
It's fine.
So,
It's very interesting because you're using the mouse, you put the controller down like you used to have to.
Yeah.
Then you pick it up, then you do this, then you put the
I
D-pad.
just-
You know,
5 years
it's
of
fine. It just came in, so
work
it's
in a certain
acceptable.
way. I don't know if those are L's or I's, but LLL or III scrap III. I don't know, what are they doing?
It's just framed scrap.
Three scrap, three.
Three scrap
scrap
three,
three.
whatever it is. You've won 1,000 platinum, so
Someone used scrap, so
whisper
he
our
wanted.
Twitch page and we'll hook you up after the show.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. In chat, you don't need to say plat. It does not matter if you say it
Plat
or
or
not.
to I think someone just misspelled it as well.
That's okay.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do in the simulacrum is we're going to take a look at his powers. If you want to take a sneak peek at the new UI that's coming together, Dean, come on in. This is it working here. We got our virtual cursor, and if I switch to my mouse and keyboard, it automatically switches back.
And if you use the D-pad for fast navigate,
Yeah, you can rock and roll.
there's lots of good stuff.
Yes, indeed. So we're going to simulate 6 Kuva Butchers, level 200, just for some demo purposes. All right, so we've got our two-handed katana out. And the Warframe's passive right now, again, work in progress, is that he has innate lifesteal proportional to how much energy he has. So you can operate with some better lifesteal based on your energy capacity. And his whole kit is built around his 1, which is his basic marking. So right now you're going to see a familiar icon. It's Ash's. Oops, I died. Level 2. Well, it's hard to do it one at a time. Really good first impression, but we'll do it all.
You guys are gonna love this.
You're gonna love it. They're level 200. I don't have anything on. So what you would do if you're great at playing Vlad is you'd put on your 2 first, which is your Sentient Pact. This means that anyone that damages you gets stunned, and you can get a free mark on them. So basically, you can decide to kill them or mark them. So for every attack that hits you, it uses charges, not duration. They get stunned, and you can play with them, you can kill them, or you can mark them for free. So marking as your first ability costs energy, but if you get a mark off on a stunned enemy, it's free. So while enemies are marked, they can't take damage, much like Nick's mind control target. But the way this affliction works, much like vampirism, is it builds. So you can turn your mindless drones
I
in.
like that you keep referring to vampirism like it's a real thing.
It is a real
It's a
thing.
real thing.
So,
Much like
Much like logic dictates.
much like real vampires. Stop it. So these guys are all mine to play with now. You can
Yep.
see that in the state that they are in, they're all what we call final affliction. So they're all fully yours to control. And when they die, they explode, which is really exciting.
Isn't it technically charmed for a vampire?
Charmed, afflicted, we're using the word afflicted, and then they explode in final affliction. So we're gonna do that loop all over again just to give you guys all powers in action so you can get a sense of what's going on. So you can see I have my sentient, I have 1 charge remaining in my sentient pact here, and let's do that all over again, step by step. So I have 1 charge remained, so the first guy that hits me is gonna be stunned, so I'm gonna get him for free, and now he's a mindless drone, but if I get him again, he's going to turn into an affliction. So he's inflicting the rest of these guys, and now they're all mine to control, and they will explode on death. So a good way of using all this together with the ultimate, which is a mass sleep spell, is they all go down and they will explode on death. So this is a radial spell with duration,
Oh, nice.
and they,
that is some,
That's some,
that is some throwing.
that's some fire right there.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
great. Yeah.
so they, and you can see that guy went off into the distance. So altogether, what you're doing is you're marking, and when you have your mist wall, as vampirism is known to have a cloud or mist form, when you pass through enemies with this, you afflict them to the final affliction, and you steal their shield and health. So that's sort of your way to stay alive and regain your health and shields. So.
All right. So we have some. I think I saw someone from Russia in chat saying half the guys in Russia are named Vlads.
There you
and so
go.
am I. So
Vlad, this one's for you.
you might be pretty happy
So-
about this,
Or not.
So
or not. happy,
So
I'm
he's
not
mind
sure.
controlled, and if you do your mist through him, it'll afflict him. So you
Yep.
can also radial afflict. So you can sort of 2 ways. You can do it single target, or you can do it with your wall, and then they're all yours. And then they'll always explode on death. And this sort of final misting is, it's a radial CC. And these enemies that you kill, the current design is that they're going to give you energy and health on death, just to sort of reap what you've sown with your prey. Indeed. Yeah. Is that a car alarm?
Sure is.
Yep.
Yep, Scar alarm. Yep,
All right.
right on. Rocking the GPU particles on this guy already, so I'm pretty excited about that too.
Yeah, they do not need to be afflicted for the 4th ability, so that is something to be aware of. So for example, and currently it's still undergoing balancing, but let me just make sure I can get more guys here. But say, for example, we get,
It spreads pretty fast.
it spreads only if you can escalate them to that point. Like the base marking affliction.
Even getting 1 guy, it spreads pretty fast. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. So say you're in a defense mission or what have you, and you got a swarm of enemies, they're all going to attack each other. But the way that this will work is it really does have, currently it has unlimited amount of targets within range, so you can really put all the enemies to sleep. As you can see, none of them were afflicted, but if you have afflicted enemies down there, they will explode and give you some juice, so you can continue. And I don't have any damage yet, but again, passing through enemies will give you their health and shields. And this guy's just off in space, and he's going to be mine now. And now he's going burst on death. They're level 200 though, so it's
Whoa.
Oh,
whoa.
I did
good
it!
save.
Yeah.
Nice.
So you're sort of gonna suck their blood. No, just kidding.
Okay.
All right. So yes, it's undergoing balance still. There's currently, oops, they're level 200. They're level 200.
Whacking the side of the
So that's why you'd always want your second ability on your Sentient Pact, because damage incoming stuns a target, and again, you get a free cast off on them. So once they go under, you can choose, again, kill them.
Finishers on the sun, guys.
So now I have 1 in there, and I would go through like this, and now the affliction will spread like madness. So you can see that they're afflicting each other quite quickly because they target each other. So then I have all these vampires, and then if I put them to sleep and kill them, I'll have an energy boon. So there you go.
It'd be cool to see some of those that streaming effect go on them instead of just the marker.
Yeah, the marker is Ash's Bladestorm marker. It's placeholder right now. So there will be, again, work in progress.
Wee, bye-bye.
Yeah, there you go. All right. So
Yeah, he's looking great.
that's him in a very controlled environment of the simulacrum.
All right.
Sweet, sweet.
All right, let me rotate.
What are you going to do
I
now?
just want to look at the texture and stuff.
All right. Do you want to do it in Captura with some FOV?
Lots of detail on this armor. I like this.
Oh, we should show his alt helmet, Steve, if you don't mind for a moment. I'm going to put it on him. You ready?
Yes.
Typey type.
Nope. There you go. Pretty cool. So is this going to be a Quest Warframe? When is it going to release? I guess those are questions for you guys.
TBD.
DVD.
TBD.
DVD.
I think personally, the way it's coming together so quickly, I'd like to not hold on to it for a long time. I'd like to
Yeah.
get it balanced and polished up and figure a way we can put it out without necessarily requiring a giant amount of other content to support it.
Yep.
So, yeah, I think more Warframes into the community's hands is a good thing.
I agree.
More to play with.
Right on.
So, there he is.
Okay.
Affliction Vampire.
All right,
themed.
great.
Revenant.
Okay.
He doesn't have a name yet. Vlad is his code name. But
We might have promised some people in chat that it'd be called Vlad.
I don't know if we can call him Vlad.
No, we can't.
We can't call him Vlad.
Sorry.
But
But they'll make a nod to it.
a nod to it. Maybe we'll call him Dalv, which is Vlad backwards. But we should totally give away a Zephyr Prime Access Pack.
The big one.
People are going to give name ideas. Vlad,
I'm
Vladalist.
Vladalist is
Vladalist.
Good.
Yeah.
We're gonna give. This is our last step stream until TennoCon, so we got to give away some good stuff.
Yeah.
Someone in the forum thread was asking when's Prime Chamber coming back to the game. We might as well give some away.
Sheldon.
I know.
Yep.
He ain't here.
He seems pretty happy. Seems like he'd want to do it.
It's true. We'll give away one of those too. Just
We made not one poop joke this entire time.
I know he's actually really
Oh,
sick.
it's been so tempting.
I know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very sad that our
Yeah,
lack
we
of-
never did that.
Yeah.
What a kid has won a Zephyr Prime Access. Congrats to you. You can message us by the whisper function through Twitch, and we'll hook you up after the show with your Zephyr Prime Access. And we're going to give away more prizes still. We still have 10 minutes left. And,
10 minutes.
10 minutes. We'll play.
We're just going to roll prizes for 10 minutes.
Yeah, just sit here and roll prizes.
We're going to have to do spoilers soon. If we
No,
can.
no. We will not have to do such a thing, but we will answer more questions. So we had lots of people asking about separately modded UIs.
Should have printed that out smaller.
This was Taylor, just saying. She,
She
Oh,
likes
she just wants
love
to,
fine print.
yeah, she's trying to stress my eyes a little bit.
No, she's just trying to use less paper.
I'm trying to read the chat, but it's going by so fast.
Yes, it's true. What about Nidus Deluxe skin? Actually, someone said, I'm trying to keep, Surgester said, I'm trying to keep myself from all caps, but when is Neja Deluxe coming? So both Neja and Nidus are hotly anticipated.
Nidus is much further along. So that will end up probably shipping before Neja. As I mentioned last time, as we're kind of wrapping up the Quest stuff, the artist is going to go back onto Neja. So
Gotcha.
as for when, I'm not sure if we actually have a date yet, but
All right.
yeah.
We have another question. Actually, plenty of people in the thread were asking about when are we going to do more leaderboard events, or when are we going to have past events become replayable?
Yeah. The past events coming back is still something I'd love to do because there's so much character building in those.
Yep.
Especially like
Tube
3
Ben.
years ago now.
Yeah.
There were some really great events we ran with like Alid and Ruck and those guys. I'd love to bring that stuff back in some replayable form. Generally now we're getting better at when we do events, making them as a replayable thing that comes
Yeah.
back in a cycle.
Ghouls and Plaguestar have,
Yeah.
and the Acolytes even have all come back.
Yeah, so as we're doing new events, we're designing them with that in mind.
Yeah, I was reading some forum posts about how like there's good lore in those that
There is
people,
really great lore.
that people can't ever access again if
Yeah.
they weren't playing the game.
Yeah.
Like
Back
Eyes
then.
of Blight, the relays are gone. New player comes, Strata's gone on
Yep.
PC, and they're like,
Yeah.
what the-
This is a lot
If we're blowing up a relay every couple weeks,
because we kind of put lore in those because we didn't have cinematic quests, so
Yeah.
Yep.
we try to juice as much as we could
Yep.
in those early ones.
Yeah.
So I think I know there's a group of people who have like a bit of a write up about how to bring that back and
push on that.
to push on that. And I think what was the main issue? a couple issues like when does it happen in the timeline? Is it,
Yeah.
you know,
Yep.
so some things to get figured out.
Because they were kind of like a timeline of events.
Yeah.
They kind of built on previous stuff they talked about. So
Like the fusion MOA enemy type came through events. And what's actually funny is Prime Chamber also came through an event, the same event with the Snipetron Vandal, which we should give away a Prime Chamber here today. Why not do it up, Dean? And that can be a little something. Maybe I'll win it.
Sheldon's away, and here we go.
Prime Chamber.
You just stole his whole reason for being.
I know.
Yep.
Sorry. High five. Yeah.
He was so happy sitting there.
I know. That's all
Poor
right.
guy.
Someone folded him up a bit, though.
Yeah.
He's all broken.
Prime Chamber goes to Dirty Soraka. Dirty Soraka main? Is Soraka a character in a game? Soraka? Maybe some MOBA, I don't know.
I don't know.
But you've won a Prime Chamber. Is it League of Legends? There you go. There you go. Dirty Soraka main. You've won a Prime Chamber. Whisper us on Twitch and we'll need to know where to put it. So if you're playing on what platform, and we need to know your name on that platform. So we can hook you up after the show.
Great.
Yes.
Any more questions?
Yes, yes. We'll take some from chat this time.
Good luck.
Good luck.
I feel bad. I feel like we're all low energy, like from the.
Yeah, we are low energy.
I know.
That's why we all have.
We are run
coffee.
down. We are run down. We are in the.
These
He's
streams
going
are.
fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. He's
Yep.
all
We're close.
prepared when
We're
we're
close.
done the quest. He's
Yep. As soon as the sacrifice ships, I'm going to go fishing.
That's true. So people want to know. Oh my God.
yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Hello, people. That's not a question.
Hello,
Oh,
people.
Vauban rework. There's a good question. So we talked earlier in the stream about are we going to review frames, and we had a really interesting conversation just between myself and a couple players actually about like CC used to be king in Warframe. Like Vauban used to be the most played Bastille on nothing compared, and now it's all about damage, and it's like this weird realm where
It's like this thing we keep going up and down.
yeah, because if something like Sanctuary Onslaught, that's really all about killing as fast as you can, so damage is king. And
So next event, we'll have to make sure that CC.
well, I do think we should do some interesting emphasis on CC based stuff. Not out of any bias with Nyx, but no. But we do have a
Or the
list.
frame you're making.
Yeah, we've been looking at I think between Vauban and Titania, those are the two most talked about right now from Player Chorus. Most recently, obviously, a lot of people are talking about Wukong as well.
Yep.
It's
I've heard those threes brought up many
Yeah.
times. So.
So we'll see what we can do. As we said earlier, there's always
Yeah, I think Pablo was mentioning that Titania's
Soul Swipe.
Yeah,
Yep.
Exalted weapons
Oh,
on her
yes.
thing needs buffing.
Yeah, so-
those are probably going to get when we do the Exalted thing, if we do the Exalted thing, when we do the Exalted
yes,
thing.
her the melee in particular.
Yeah.
The Dex Pixie is pretty good, but it's the Dawana.
Yes, that's
Yes. Yes,
the
yes.
names always escape me.
Yes. We've named so many things these days that it's just hard.
Voltor.
Yeah, Boltor, Snipetron. Snipetron. I'm trying to see any of these questions. Titania is Bay, I love it. Fang Prime buff 1, that'll be part of the melee rework, which I know a lot of people are anticipating. If you've read the dev workshop, if you watched the last dev stream, you'll know sort of what our plans are for it. So Fang Prime is indeed included.
Yes, all melee across the board is going to be getting a pretty substantial
Huge
buff.
Huge update.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
So
Sword re alone.
re alone.
The
Re-alone.
real sword alone. MOA pets are actually, if Sheldon were here, he could
He
talk a
would,
bit about
yeah.
those.
He really wanted to talk about them.
They are works in progress, though.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. So, I guess this is sort of like the weird time where we have to say goodbye until TennoCon.
Well, we've got the console build insert,
Yes.
which is really exciting for console Tenno.
So no streams till TennoCon.
Well, we'll do prime time still, just no dev streams.
Yeah, so no streams till TennoCon.
Sorry. I just want to make sure we're clear.
We are not going to do any streams, and until TennoCon, we're not going to do any. I don't think we're going to do any hot fixes.
As needed.
Maybe. Yeah.
As needed, and I do think we need one next week.
We will only do the bare minimum hot fixes on PC until
Sacrifice.
we ship the sacrifice to you guys. So hopefully we won't have to answer any questions on our next stream about the sacrifice because it will already be out.
Yes.
Or we can answer retrospective ones. Like, how did you blow my mind, dude? How did you do it? Yeah.
Who's that?
That's Bill and Ted.
It's Bill and Ted.
That's
Oh,
why
I
it's taking
see,
so
I
long.
see.
It's to secure the rights to have them in Warframe.
And if you've supported Warframe for 5 years, for a week, for 2 months, if you've been playing and joining, it's sort of like the cycle of Warframe is every year there's that moment before the big stuff where people are like, well, what do we do? There's nothing left to do in the game. And we're working on it very behind the scenes style, as you could probably tell with our tight-lipped nature. And obviously hearing that we only have hotfixes coming is probably just like, oh, damn, well, I'll go play something else. And you know what? We're going to be here. We're going to be updating. We got stuff coming for you guys down
We
the
got
road.
cool events and cool Twitch drops and things like
Yeah.
that.
But as always, games are for the fun and playing. So we'll be here. That sentence made no sense, but whatever. Games are for the fun and playing. It's an official quote.
Yeah, official.
Yeah, and if you're not, if you want to play Sacrifice when it comes out, you got your prerequisites
Yes.
that you need
Yep.
to play. So
Yep.
make sure you get through those.
Yeah, I see a lot of people going through Chains of Harrow now
Yep. Play
and
Chains of
getting
Harrow.
through it, and they're really surprised at the horror vibe,
Yes.
the amount of
It is-
scares.
It is a bit of
pretty
a
cool.
creepy one, isn't it?
And the prerequisite to play the sacrifice is be at least smarter than Jeff. So, because he could.
Yeah,
Because games
to
are
get
fun.
through it.
What are the games are for the fun and play?
Games are for the fun and play.
Games are for the fun and play.
So,
Yep.
36 Warframe, first look at Vlad, but not Vlad. Got some melee deets.
Anyway, next time we see you guys, we'll be
On stage.
We'll be very nervous.
We'll be very
We'll
nervous.
be very nervous next time
Yeah.
we see you.
show you what
That
we've
means
done.
it's really close.
Show you
That means
what-
it's
That's
really
what-
close.
Yeah.
Do you even want me
Yeah.
to tell you how many days it is, or would you rather not?
No, please don't.
Okay. Okay.
But there's a lot of people. We won't see you. We won't. Yeah. But next time we see you with the sacrificial ship, so just hopefully you guys like it because
Yep.
there's a lot of people working really hard on it.
Yep.
Yep.
It of course will be
Yeah.
free, as all are.
Yep.
You're gonna download it, and if you're caught up to the prerequisites, you will just have it.
We're
So,
very excited for you guys to play it.
Yes.
Excited for you guys to play it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
TennoCon, Tenno Live will be streamed, and there will be streams throughout the day from our Warframe partners. So you can check out those during the day, and then at the end of the night, we'll end with the Tenno Live. And right after, we're doing a kickoff to a GuardianCon stream. So lots going on.
Oy.
This is the last time we're Devstream
Wow.
until after TennoCon. It's
Wow.
kind of
We've
like,
said that about-
I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just so emotional. Well, may our 2B statues and dojos keep us going and working. Good luck, guys. Thank you for your time today. I know you
Yeah.
have a shit ton of stuff to do. So, and thank you for watching.
Thank you, yeah.
Fair Tenno. It's the Warframe life, guys. This is year 5.
Yep.
TennoCon year 3. So,
Crazy.
Good stuff coming soon.
yes. Yeah.
TM.
We love you guys. Bye. Thank you, everyone at DE, for making this
Bye.
possible.